Okay. Hi, everyone. I'd like to share a screen. So 1 minute, please. So if someone has a hand up, that doesn't enable me to share a screen. So everyone should lower the hands. There we go. Okay, we're all set. So I hope everyone had a nice day, and thank you for making the time to join us today. And this is the third presentation of our orientation program. And as I said before, we're here to care for the caregivers. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about relationship and emotions and caregiving work. And I think that we all know that our work is all about emotions, about being aware of our own emotions, and about caring for our client or patient or employer's emotions. So let's see what that's all about. We'll talk a little bit more in detail. What is care? The word care has a double meaning. On the one hand, it emphasizes care activities such as bathing, dressing, feeding someone. On the other hand, care is also feelings of concern such as caring or affection from the caregiver towards the patient. When we care about someone, we usually feel commitment, responsibility towards him. So that's the beginning. Care work, a definition, okay, possible definition. Care work has been defined as work that provides services based on sustained personal interaction and is motivated by concern about others. Care work involves creating a relationship with the patient and his family. And relationship is the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected, or the state of being connected. Interpersonal relationships, okay, part of our work. Interpersonal relationship is an association between two or more people that may range from fleeting to enduring. In our situation, relationship that we want to form with our employers, our patient, is an enduring relationship. A commitment has to be, in place, and we want this relationship to be enduring. This association may be based on care, solidarity, regular business interaction, or some other type of social commitment. The relationship you create with your patient and his family is an interpersonal relationship. And I think that the emphasis in this in these statements is relationships that we want to form not only with our employer but with his family. And almost always there are family members involved, very very much involved in caring for this person, and we are going to be part of a team. So forming a relationship, a good relationship with them, is as important as anything else. And of course, key word is commitment. Okay. Also, we have to be minded that this entire relationship is probably a very new kind of a role that that is present in this, in this kind of employment situation. We're all aware of employment. You go home at the end of the day and you have your own life to deal with. But this is no going home at the end of the day. Home is where we work. And so this is an entire different role for you as well as for the family that's bringing you into their home. So time on and time off is also something that must be discussed openly and agreed upon, okay? And so it's very nice that, what was her name? That this just a few minutes ago told us about her entrance into this new family work situation, and she's welcomed with hugs and kisses and sitting at the table, and a declaration that she's part of the family, which is a very nice welcome. But we also have to know that not everyone would feel this way. Being part of the family, maybe for some people, the way they would like to describe the situation, and for others, not. Okay. Not necessarily for everyone. Okay, let's see what else. The meaning and importance of a relationship. Okay, relationships provide the opportunity for three key benefits: exchange of support. Definitely, you need their support and they need yours. Okay, for any negotiation in the outside world, you need them, and they need you for the inside of the house negotiations. Social engagement and a sense of worth. Everybody needs to have a sense of worth, to feel that what they are doing is worthwhile. And I think that part of your job is to accompany your employer in this very difficult time in the cycle of his life, and perhaps allow him to feel that even this time is worthwhile. All major ingredients for the foundation of well-being of both sides of a relationship. Components of a relationship. We talked about that yesterday on the surface, or the day before in our previous lecture. On the surface of the relationship, there are needs, desires, and abilities. Under the surface of the relationship, there are always expectations, knowledge, and emotions. On the surface of a relationship, the needs are both for the caregiver and the patient, okay? For listening, having attention, honesty, and feeling respected. And desires that everyone has on both sides of the relationship for patience, and desires to needs for listening, attention, honesty, and feeling respected, and abilities, okay? Both caregiver and patient have the abilities to listen, to respect, and to care. Under the surface of relationship, there are expectations, knowledge, and emotions, both for the caregiver and for the patient. Care work as emotional work. What does that mean? Care work is often defined as emotion work. Emotion work can be defined as work that involves emotions arise from work that requires to express emotions, okay? Our work requires us to express our emotions, okay? And the one hand, it's two sides of a penny, so to speak. On the other hand, not all emotions at all times do we need to express, right? So when we're working, we definitely have to feel compassion, empathy, right? All of those things that are part of our work, part of our tools in our toolbox as professional caregivers. Our own emotions, yes, we need to deal with them in a different time in a different place. It can also be defined as management of one's own feelings or work done in an effort to maintain the relationship. It is only natural that during the caregiving work, different and varied emotions will arise, both positive and negative. Each emotion is legitimate. I think that, if you take the time and effort to try to learn about your employer, about his history, about what has come to pass in his life, about his family, his disappointments, his achievements, his friends, his likes, his dislikes, all of those things, you may find, for example, that you can learn a lot from them. I've always found that I enjoyed working with older people because they have a lot of wisdom, and I learned a lot from them. And also, most likely they've experienced situations such as yours, being alone in a new country, in a new place, how to deal with situations. And surely there are places that in the experiences that will overlap. Along with the emotion you have towards your patient, remember to be self-compassionate towards yourself. It's important to recognize your emotions, identify them, and give them space and acknowledge them. Okay, so if you're frustrated, tense, tired, angry, anxious, all, perfectly legitimate feelings that people have under, stressful situations, take the time to find ways to charge your own batteries. I keep saying this is very important. When you're on a plane, I think that, you know, you get the instructions that first you put the mask on yourself and then you put the mask on the person that's not able to next to you. So you must maintain your energy and your sanity. And in order to be patient and compassionate, you need to charge your batteries. So if you do it online, if you exercise when you have time off, if you meditate, keep in touch with friends, all of the things that you need to do to make you, you know, resilient to the situation that you may be facing. If you feel any negative emotions, do not suppress them. Do not be left alone with your feelings and emotions. You can always find someone to talk to. And that someone may very well be someone in the family that you're caring for. Very important to make, you know, alliances to see who your partners can be in difficult situations. If they have a WhatsApp group in the family, ask to join, give them a report. We had a difficult week, we had a great week, we need this, everything was wonderful, whatever. Take the initiative.
I hear already.
Okay, Lisa, you're here with us? Okay. Tips for creating a good relationship. Be mindful of how you start a conversation. Ask questions, use the I statement, very important. Be specific in the messages that you want to transfer. And again, this is because, you know, if we have a language barrier or culture barriers, and we don't really understand, you know, the cues of a culture and so on, very important, get person's eye contact, use short sentences, very simple phrases in order to get your message across. And of course, the basis for any kind of good communication and care is give others the attitude that we want to receive. This is universal, no matter what culture we come from, I think. And smile, everybody smile. There we go. We gotta smile. Okay, so everyone, I'd like to invite you to participate. Part of forming a, you know, a group that can be helpful to you and perhaps share ideas and thoughts about situations, how to deal with things, and being a support group for each other is through this, you know, this mechanism that we're all connected to today. So this is part of the process we encourage you to take advantage of. If you have issues, you can always contact someone in the family, perhaps someone in this group, and of course, see me, okay? Always there for you on the call center. Leave a message and they will return to you with, you know, with the service that they provide. So I'd like to invite you to share. What are your expectations from the relationship with your patient or your client, if you're willing to share, of course, and what do you think your patient's expectations are from you? What feelings do you think may arise during caregiving work? How do you usually express your feelings? How do you feel in general about care work? Anyone like to comment or respond? Hi, Lisa, I see that you're trying to say something, but your mic is off. Perhaps you want to turn it on.
Hello.
Hi. You're already at your placement. Do you want to share with us something about first, you know, first encounters?
Okay. I'm already here 11 years.
Oh, that's our Lisa.
Yes.
Okay.
Lisa, okay.
Ma'am,
we-
excuse me.
Yes.
yes, yes, Alexander.
Oh, hi.
Shalom.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Shalom.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. She is the daughter of my patient.
Ah, wonderful. Okay. Hang on. Just 1 second, everyone. Lisa, you are our guest for today, and
Yeah.
we're very happy that you joined us a little earlier, and we're going to give you all the time that that we would like to share with you, and perhaps before that we can hear from our other participants about experiences and questions. So be with us, but just hang on a little bit, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
So yes, Elizondo, you wanted to say something?
Hello, I'm Lisa Makelang. I'm working here in Israel. I starting here in 2011. I worked before. My employer before is Sarpatit, so I don't speak Hebrew little, only Kitsa. And just what you call this? Wait a minute. Is there somebody? Hello?
Lisa,
Lisa.
yes,
Yeah.
we hear you.
As a caregiver, we must help or assist them with their activities, their daily living, including bathing, and dressing, toileting, and preparing a meal. Also, to help around the home as doing household course such as cleaning. I have already 3 employer. This is the last. Lily Elon. My first is I work 2 years. 2 years, and the second one is also 2 years and a half. And just Sablanot, we work in my second is difficult before, but I can handle. I never complain, even it's difficult. She didn't sleep in the whole night, but I can manage because just that's why we came to the Israel. Just what's it called this? That's all. If there's something to ask me.
Okay, so dear Lisa,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
You're
If
welcome.
possible, we would love to ask you questions,
Okay.
and if possible, we will love to do it in about 15 to 20 minutes. We will
Sure.
start with the questions, okay? Because
Okay.
we have a discussion with our participants here, the new caregivers, that we like to give them time to take part in our discussion and give the Sarah the opportunity to finish the presentation. And then we will move to the second part where we like to ask you questions. Is that okay?
Okay. No
Okay?
problem. Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Lisa. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.
Thank you for
Stay with us.
understanding.
Stay with us. Don't
Yes,
go
you're
away.
more than welcome to stay with us.
Stay with us a little longer. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So is anyone else interested in perhaps sharing about their new situation and how they've been presented in the home, or questions or response to the questions on the screen about expectations?
So you've been, oh, Anna Marie, please. So you've been raising your hand.
Go ahead.
Anna Marie. All right, so maybe change your mind. All right, so many of you is already with their employers. How is it till now? Were you facing, you've been facing some challenges, new feelings that you expect? Okay, I see you thinking. Ingat sangat di kepala ko.
Claire, you're welcome to talk.
Shalom,
think.
everyone.
Hi.
I would like to take this opportunity also to express my thoughts regarding our discussion and a previous discussion before. Well, I am currently at my quarantine right now with my two of my friends from the Philippines. However, one of my expectation would be for my employer is that there will be a lot of, well, it's stated in our contract regarding the case of our patients or the persons whom we're going to care for. However, for me, I'd like that my patient would expect from me what we have already discussed about a while ago is that uh, the good sanity that we have to take good care of ourselves first as well, in times when we're taking good care of them, so that we can take good care of them in return. Um, there might be a lot of feelings or expressions on how we're going to deal with our emotions, but one of the key or might be in a way that we need for our patient is that the understanding, or what we have already discussed before, the communication. There might be a lot of hindrances where we cannot communicate well because of our some of our patients are not that English speaking well. We Our hindrances might be we don't know how to speak in Hebrew that much, but there are a lot of ways when we can learn. Every day is a learning opportunity. So that's how I think we can express our feelings towards our patient. And also in our patients, we have to involve our care to the families of our patients, because before we decide for everything for what we care for our patient, they have to be also know what is going on with our patients or what
Claire, I think we
their-
kind of got disconnected. Is it just me or everyone?
I can hear.
Okay. We didn't hear
Okay,
the
but
last
now
sentence.
yeah, for involving the patients or the families of our patients, So in general, I think that's what I really feel or what I expect from our patient, and that's what my patient will expect from me. That's all.
Well, thank you, Claire. I think you're absolutely right to expect that, would be mutual understanding, that there would be understanding of your needs and your feelings, as well as you trying to make an effort to understand, your patient and your client's needs. Very true, very important, that part of, building this trust relationship, that each side has has that commitment to try to understand mutual needs. And young people have different needs. Obviously, you're young and you come from a different culture and so on. So absolutely, you're right that to expect that. Hopefully, it would be something that will come true for you as well. Okay. In terms of expectations for work, it's kind of like a blind date. You kind of don't really know what's going to happen. So you have to take your chances and hope for the best. And yeah, okay. You're brave and you're a charmer, and I think you're going to do very well. It'll just take a little more time.
Todo, ma'am. Thank you.
Anyone else have something they'd like to say? I think my internet is coming in and out. I don't know. Can people hear me at all?
We can hear you. But yeah, it sounds like there is some kind of problem. I see that Christian like to say something.
Shalom.
Hi, Shalom. Hi, Christina.
Yeah.
Okay. I think my internet kind of went out. Go ahead, Christine.
Okay. For me, I want also to share about my patient. In the first day that I went here together with my employer, I expect, and employer told me already that she is before she have me as a caregiver, in her whole life she is alone. I mean, she don't live with her children. She is staying alone. So right now, little bit it's like survival. I have to I have to manage to distance to her. It's look like I'm not invading her, something like that, because she also have an Alzheimer. So she forgot. She don't know me. While ago she know me, something like that. So it's just like a little bit hard for me to adjust also because of the language barrier. But then my employer told me that bit by bit, she will also adjust with you, she said. So yeah. And my employer helped me to adjust, helped me to learn what is going to be with my patient, it's going to be with her, in her daily life. So yeah, a little bit hard for me because I have to stick on my word so that she will understand me. While ago she don't understand me that, oh, let's go take a bath. She said, no, 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 no. She don't want. So I have also to connect with my employer if that's the case. I always told them that Sabta don't want to do this, Sabta don't want to go to the bath. They help me. So maybe for me, for my patient, it's a little bit hard also for her because she just have me right now. She just have a caregiver right now in her whole life. So for me, it's just that patience, patience to understand her and to live with her.
Okay. So Christine, thank you for sharing that. Yes, it's going to be a difficult a difficult road in the beginning, especially. Yes, unlike, you know, some people that open up their, you know, their space and their heart and welcome. And, you know, some people, like you said, she's been alone. So for her, it's an intrusion. So you
Yeah.
have to keep your distance
Yeah.
and not to, for her not to feel threatened, not to feel invaded, not to feel, you know, she probably doesn't like to be touched. She doesn't like to be, you know, told where and what to do, how her routine should be. She's, you know, used to doing everything her way at her own time. So this is going to be very challenging. And I think that it's very nice that the daughter is there to help you every step of the way. And if you have some free time, you can also look on YouTube presentations on how to deal with, you know, with Alzheimer's and things like bathing and, you know, how to try to incorporate, you know, people to cooperate. So yeah, you're going to have to use a lot of tricks and be imaginative and very patient, right? Slowly, one step at a time.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And okay, anyone else in the group would like to share or perhaps give you some tips from their past experiences?
No one is raising their hands, but maybe Puno and Divine like to say something.
Like I said, it's a blind date. Until you get to the house, you don't know what you're going to get, right?
Exactly.
Okay, but I do hope that you understand, Christine, that no matter what happens, it's not personal and not to be offended, right? It's a matter of being professional and trying to deal with situations and finding what works for this woman. And basically your job now is to protect her from, you know, harm's way, because if she's not able to make decisions that are, you know, that are good for her, then that's probably your major job right now. Excuse me. To be there to protect her. Okay. Anyone else would like to comment or share? Okay, we can take a 5-minute break and then Lisa's here with us waiting for us and we'll hear about her
In 5
experience. Pardon me? 5 minutes, yes?
Okay, so in 5 minutes, yes. All right, everyone. So I think there is something wrong with Sarah's internet. So we will take a 5 minutes break and we will see each other again in 5 minutes. Everyone could hear me? Can you hear?
ענת,
Hey.
אולי בהתחלה, שומעת?
שומעים אותי?
אני כן.
Okay, everyone, can you hear me? Raise your hand
Yes.
if you can hear me. Okay, good. So you heard what I said about a 5 minutes break?
Yep.
All right, perfect.
Yes.
All right. So I'll see you in 5 minutes.